Update on the garden and the watermelon. They're not getting any bigger, and I don't think they are going to get any bigger, but this is what we got going on. Then that one is under there still, and apparently we're getting a new one, but it's probably not going to come to anything. And here was the first one. My house is right behind the highway, so that was a motorcycle. The garden's pretty empty right now. I have some seedlings started to put in here. And have I eaten any kale yet this summer? Nope. But I am going to pull these out because I planted some new ones. My peppers, they're very slow this year. I've only picked 3. There are some flowers on there, but besides that, not much is happening. The chard still looks beautiful. I think I'll just leave it there because it's so pretty. And when it gets cold again, they shouldn't be as... it shouldn't have such a pungent taste. And I know this looks bad, but it's supposed to look that bad. The beans I planted here, these are drying beans, like the small red kidney beans that you use to make rice and peas. Yeah, so all of these, although it looks pretty bad, those are drying beans. And the strawberries are still coming, but some of them are really, really small, and some of them are like normal size. Eggplants are struggling this year. I've only picked like 3, and I have like 4 or 5 plants. Oh, got some. And what I thought was shimmer tomato, it wasn't. I think I planted a lot of green tiger and no shimmer, because all of the tomatoes look the same. And look at my peppers, y'all. Some of these trees are really producing. This one is starting to get some color. Like hot peppers didn't do well this year, but sweet peppers, oh yeah, they doing it. I picked a lot of banana peppers. And yeah, I thought these were shimmer, but they're all green tiger. Don't get me wrong, I love the green tiger, but I was expecting something different. See, more bell peppers. They showing off this year. I love that for me. I think this is a Dr. White, the big orange or yellow tomato. And tomatoes have been very weird this year, but they're coming along. The yellow pear, the sun gold, and I have chocolate cherry and the sweet 100. The peach tree is loaded, but because it's loaded, they're not going to get to like a massive size like what you would see in the grocery store. And let's see if I get any peaches this year. Last year, the squirrels took every last one of them. Last year, they took all the pears, but I still do see some pears on the tree. They cleaned this plum tree from earlier on in the season. The cherry tree, I picked my cherries early just so I could say I had some cherries. And look at this beauty. Bright and early in the morning. This tree, the poulat tree, the plum apricot tree, they stripped this tree except for the branches that I covered. And I still lost the fruit anyway. There's a few in there. I just uncovered one branch the other day, and I tasted a few of the plums, and it's not ready yet, but they still pick it. This one is still out here. By the end of the day, it probably won't still be out here outside of the bag. This eggplant is doing beautiful all by itself in this pot. I knew better, and I should have done better. The eggplant, the hot peppers, and the sweet peppers do best, I would say by themselves, like in a pot by themselves, versus being in a giant bed with a whole bunch of other things competing for nutrients. That is what I have learned in my backyard for my plants. So that's not always the case, but consistently my plants that are planted by themselves do better. Pepper, eggplant, and hot pepper, sweet pepper, and eggplant. I was able to pick a beautiful squash off of here, but I did give it away. I'm hoping I'll be able to get a chance to try it. I gave it away and never tried it. This plant is out of control. Hopefully I get quite a few. This is a honey nut squash. So far I have that big one, and then I have 2 more over here on this side. Hopefully I get a few more. Like, this eggplant is okay. This is like the second fruit that's on there, but it's just now looking like it's trying to get its stride, putting on a lot of new growth. Oh, I just saw another squash in here. Nice. And this discoloration on the leaf, that is called powdery mildew. So we'll see how long these plants are gonna last then, because that will take your entire plant out. I uncovered this blueberry bush. I ate all the blueberries that were on here except for one, apparently. About to eat that now. And this tomato plant, I don't remember what it was, but I would love to plant it again. It did great. So this plant is a determinate. That means it put out pretty much all of its tomatoes at one time, and then you get like a big harvest, and the plant stops producing for the most part. So those are good if you're canning or doing anything where you need a large amount of tomato at once. So the sunflower is looking beautiful. Now it's a multi-head. It's gorgeous. For example, this is a beefsteak tomato. Yeah, it looks real hit. It looks real bad. But I got most of the tomatoes in here are from that plant. So the plant gave up, but it gave me a lot of tomatoes. And I see the poop. See that black dot? That is poop from a hornworm. And I actually see the hornworm. It took like a good 30 seconds to relocate the hornworm again. So the poop is there. And then you travel up the plant, and then here's the hornworm under there. This one's small compared to the ones I've seen so far this year. Can you see her? Ah! Yes, that thing right there. I just flipped the leaf over, so this is her. And there's the horn, hence the name, tomato hornworm. They eat the plant and the tomato if you don't control it or take them off. Over here, callaloo, more beans, the giant kind. Oop, I missed the okra. There's a pretty big one in there. Yeah, that noise was a bug trying to come into my face. And I can't do anything because both my hands are full, so I have to try and blow them away. Anywho, there's a mosquito hovering around the cucumber. And the plant looked like it's about to give up. And the callaloo is going to seed. I need to come cut this. Yeah, not much going on in the garden right now. I do have some new seeds I want to clear up my garden bed and put in. Here we have the lemongrass. Oh no, I didn't cut none this year. After taking out the ground cherry, that plant that was taking up all the nutrients, that my lime tree is finally start to put on some growth because it's not competing for nutrients anymore. And over here, the lemon tree is doing its thing. Absolutely look like it's gonna be a good year for the lemons. Although in about a month and a half, I'm gonna have to bring this plant inside. Got fig. Got a couple. And lastly, here are the new seedlings that are supposed to go into the garden. I just mass plant them and then I separate them later. It's a salad bowl blend with a bunch of different kind of lettuces and kales, and then there is a mustard mix with like arugula, different types of mustards. I did try some broccoli or broccoli rabe, and a few of them germinated. No cabbage germinated. And what is this? Something over on the other end there barely did anything. Oh, the lacinato kale. Yeah, the dino kale. Barely did anything. But the salad bowl mix for the win. These are the ones I just picked. And here are the ones that are finishing up ripening on the counter. So at this point, I'm gonna have to start freezing because these are fully ripe and they're tired of being out.